LSUODYSSEY.COM here, everybody. How's it going? I hope you watched our live stream from last Friday. It was one of the best live streams we feel we've ever done. There was just the right mix of things that we think you'd find entertaining, and it's definitely relevant even to this day, as that was the last practice LSU did, as they've entered that spring break period of spring camp. So kind of interesting that they, this is the break after only a few practices. Where do you think, what do you think about LSU after those first few practices? It's really kind of hard to say. It's kind of really hard to figure out where we feel LSU are at after just only a couple practices like that. I mean, it's damn near impossible to really make a decision about that. But what I love that I'm seeing, just right off the top right off the top of my head, from all the film that I saw, all the people I talked to, all the sources I've got, when you go from 30,000 feet and you look down at everything, yeah, we don't know how good the defense is going to be. Yeah, we don't know how good the offense is going to be with a first-time starter in Garrett Nussmeier. We figure they're going to be pretty damn good. Garrett Nussmeier put up nearly 400 yards as a starting debut, and we have that offensive line that is, if it's not among the best, it is the best in college football. So you figure our offense should be pretty good. Defense, we really don't know, but all of those questions are going to be figured out in due time anyway. What really caught my eye is the buy-in. There is not one player on that roster who isn't buying in, dialed in, and wanting to be a part of this, what this staff are building here. Oh yeah, of course, it's still, only establishment pieces, only just, starting here, just getting things going. Of course. Defensive staff just barely been announced. Offensive staff are completely new, new guys calling plays, all that sort of thing. And that's why the buy-in catches my eye. Because it catches my eye more than it did in 2022, 2023, when you heard there was buy-in. But it feels like instead of coaches going on shows and selling how much buy-in there is and touting their players and doing this and saying that, they're really more just letting it speak for itself. They don't have to really go around saying, oh, look at how much Garrett Nussmeier's bought in. Look at how much of a leader Garrett Nussmeier is. Look at what there doesn't have to be a PR campaign to back Garrett Nussmeier or give him confidence. We already believe in this guy. And I think that's what you're seeing with year 3 with Brian Kelly already in the early days, is he's got the right coaches to deliver that message and hammer that message home. He's got the right players who've been around him for 3 years now. Since they're freshmen, now they're going into their 3rd year. These guys have been around Kelly this entire time. They know what he expects. They know what he demands. And now they're demanding that of each other. They're not, hey, coach, come yell at us some more and make sure we do this. Will Campbell's going to make sure you're doing it. Emory Jones is going to make sure you're doing it. Garrett Dellinger's going to make sure he's on your ass and that you're doing it. Major Burns is going to be on your ass making sure you're doing it. Harold Perkins, Jacoby and Guillory. There's enough leadership on this team, even though it's a young team, even though it's a mostly inexperienced group. I think us fans, panic and say, gotta go to the portal, gotta go get more guys, gotta go get this, gotta go get that. Sometimes you've got to look at the full roster of who LSU has. Who's still yet to come, too. Who's going to be on the roster this summer. There's still a lot of places to be filled. There's still a lot of guys to come on the roster in the summer. But the guys who are here on this team right now, those guys are going to be the core of what delivers LSU a successful season, I believe. Because of that buy-in, because of that off-the-cuff, spontaneous, ingrained, player policing leadership. And we've written extensively about this. You can check out all of our season previews right there in the 2024 section on LSUODYSSEY.com. We have done a preview and a roster kind of like overview of every single position group. We've got the articles up there. Check those out. And we've done a lot of talking. We've done a lot of these shows kind of going into it. What guests would you want us to have on the show to discuss LSU's upcoming season? And, get out of the LSU echo chamber. What national voices would you want us to have on the show to discuss LSU's 2024 season and what could be possible? Because I think, just having another LSU voice who knows all this stuff about LSU and can kind of just regurgitate the facts and figures, I kind of don't want that. I'm kind of like, let's get a Clemson writer. Let's get a Alabama writer on the show. Let's get a Georgia writer on the show and see what they think this LSU team is really capable of this season. Because I'm really interested to hear what the outside view is of this LSU team going into year 3 with Brian Kelly. Do they think LSU are going to be in for a slump year because we lost a Heisman Trophy winner, the real Biletnikoff winner, and the leading receiver in touchdowns, all 3 first-round picks, and losing a experienced veteran center, losing 2 high-round, uber-athletic, freakish defensive tackles in Mekhi Wingo and Mason Smith. So yeah, LSU have lost some, but I just have a feeling about this team. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's rooted in. But it's rooted in mentality. There's a mentality about this team this year. It's early days. But what I wanted to see early days was aggression on defense, buy-in on offense, buy-in all around, belief. And we've got it.